What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I got another one for you. It's going to be really quick. This is going to be a short video. Just thought it was interesting, and kind of plays to some of the overall points that we've been talking about. But in this one, it's about the odds for this upcoming season, for win totals, etc., etc. So let's get right into it. 2020 NFL odds: Brady's Bucks at 9, Patriots at 8.5, and more win totals revealed. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are projected to outperform the New England Patriots, Brady's old team, in the latest win total lines posted by Caesars Palace for the 2020 NFL season. ESPN's Ben Fox noted the Bucks are forecast to win 9 games and are favored to earn a playoff berth with minus 155 odds. Wager $155 to win 100. The Pats check in at 8.5 wins, their lowest odds maker projection since 2003. My raw number on the Patriots is less than 8 wins, Caesars head odds maker Jeff Davis told ESPN. Outside of the secondary, which is one of the best in the league, the rest of their roster, I think, is one of the worst in the NFL. That's very interesting. Brady left the Patriots to sign a 2-year, $50 million contract with Tampa Bay in March. That obviously has a lot to do with it. He joins a high-upside Buccaneers offense that features wide receivers Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, tight ends Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard, and running back Ronald Jones. When paired with a defense that tied for 6th in yards allowed per play last season, expectations for the Bucs are high in 2020. And that may be true. I don't personally think they're going to be, world beaters or make it to the Super Bowl. It's possible, but I don't think so. Meanwhile, New England must, especially if there's not a 2020 season, New England must find a way to fill a massive void at the sport's most important position. Jared Stidham and Brian Hoyer are options on the roster, though it's possible the Pats had another competitor for starting job during the draft or in the latter stages of free agency. The Buffalo Bills, 9 wins, plus 100 to win AFC East, are favored to win the AFC East over the Patriots per Fox. Buffalo hasn't won the division crown since 1995. I agree with that as well. I think the Bills are going to win the division. I think the Pats are going to come in second. And I think the Jets will be third with us trailing. Bills general manager Brandon Beane told reporters April 2nd. The team to beat in the East is the Patriots, and until somebody beats them, they are the team to beat. And as long as Bill Belichick's there, you're talking about probably the greatest head coach of all time that was paired with the greatest quarterback of all time. So until we beat them, we've done nothing, and we've got our work cut out for us. Yeah, sure, but look, everything good comes to an end, or everything comes to an end eventually. I think the Patriots dynasty is about as over as it's going to be. Here's a look at the projected win totals for all 32 teams from Caesars via ESPN. So this is where, obviously, this is going to get Dolphins related here in a second. Baltimore Ravens are at the top of the list with 12 wins. Kansas City Chiefs also have 12. New Orleans Saints have 10.5. The Niners have 10.5. Cowboys come in after them at 9.5. Then the Eagles at 9.5, and Seahawks also at 9.5. Then you have the Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, Minnesota Vikings, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that order with 9. Obviously, if they have the same wins, then it's not necessarily that order. Other things would actually come into to play, divisional records, conference records, etc., tiebreakers. But this is the list that they have, and this is the order that they just so happen to be in. It's arbitrary. It means nothing. But then you have New England, Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee Titans, and Los Angeles Chargers, Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, and Los Angeles Rams all at 8.5 wins. Houston Texans, Denver Broncos, Falcons, Cardinals at 7.5. The Raiders are at 7, the Las Vegas Raiders, that is. The Jets and the Lions are at 6.5 wins. The Dolphins are sitting there at 6, with the Giants and Panthers at 5.5, the Bengals at 5, the Jags and the Redskins at 4.5. So there are only 4 teams on this list that are worse than us. 5 teams. And if that was to hold, if we were to win 6 games, I don't know how people could spin this, but I'm sure people would try, saying that it's a massive improvement. But that would be one more win than we got this past season. I don't think that would be an improvement at all, especially with the free agents that they signed, the splashes they're expected to make in the draft. The expectations are super high, and especially too with the expanded playoff field. If we only won 6 games, that would not be a successful campaign in my opinion, especially because that would probably mean that there's a lot of other bad things that along the way that happened that contributed to that, potentially even getting a quarterback injured, depending on who it is and depending on how the offensive line plays, etc., etc. So, or just getting, you know, key prominent players in general injured, and that's not good. So anyway, we'll see how that plays out. I just thought it was interesting. As of right now, the odds makers don't have the Dolphins winning more than 6 games. I think that if there is a season to be played, I think that that's probably their ceiling. For this upcoming season, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Davis told Fox the lines are likely to shift after the NFL draft, which kicks off April 23rd. And that's absolutely the case. So we will keep an eye out for that and see how they change, right? I mean, maybe the Dolphins get the quarterback that they're in love with and everybody's all of a sudden like, ooh, look, the Dolphins are going to be world beaters and make it to the Super Bowl. And maybe the odds will shift in their favor. So we'll have to see. Alright guys, with that, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoy my videos and perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.